What is up everybody, Gifford here and welcome to another video. So today I'm going to talk about a question that I get asked most often, which is what is the lowest fees I can get on Sharesies? As usual, don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're interested in someone showing their portfolio who is from New Zealand, but otherwise getting straight into it. This is a question I get asked most often and we're going to talk about here the fee structure, the best plans to get, and also the best tips and tricks that I know. And there's just a screenshot of my current portfolio a few weeks ago. And just a quick disclaimer, Sharesies is actually one of the more expensive platforms per fees with your transactions. If you're serious about investing and you're putting serious money in, as in like over 10, 20K, you're best to either go with something like Investnow if you're investing into ETFs, or Interactive Brokers if you're into individual stocks. I think it's really important to state that because while Sharesies is really good and sort of friendly for beginners, getting on a bit when you start to put some serious money in, the fees do start to add up and there's better options out there for yourself. So in Investnow, one of the best ones to go to is the Foundation Series funds, which has really low fees as well. And going into Interactive Brokers, which is what I use for sort of options trading and just growth stock investing, here is the fees for it. Both of these sites I will give a link in the description so you can check them all out, but you can see here it's pretty low. And as a straight comparison, IBKR will give you more access to different markets as well as being the lowest fees straight across from Sharesies no matter what. So getting straight into the video, getting into Sharesies, what you have to do is basically maximize the tier plans that they provide. Otherwise, if you go just for a normal transaction, each one that you do will be 1.9% per transaction, and that really starts to add up and is actually very expensive over the long term. Well, taking all this to account, obviously it matters how much you're also investing each week. So showing here, it's in my Sharesies account, you hit settings, and right here it has the pricing plans. So into my Sharesies portfolio, you can see there's settings here and you can hit pricing plans. You can see that it says active on mine because I'm currently on the $3 plan. So after reading the explanation on the Sharesies plan, which I highly advise you do, over here what it provides you is $500 to buy and sell. So that's only $500, and the auto invest, which is a buy option only, that allows you up to $1,000. So that's a combined total if you do this correctly, which you should be doing. So you only pay $3 and you get to invest $1,500. You can see here for any orders above that, then it's the usual 1.9% transaction fee. And remembering that these fees here, that doesn't also cover the currency fees that you do. So when you invest in US companies like I do, you have to change an NZ dollar to the US dollar. That's not included in any of this here as well, okay? So that's more fees on top. So what I do is I use the $3 plan, investing $100 to $400 a week, depending how it goes. I'm not super rich and I don't have a high paying job. It's a better job than I used to have a couple of years ago, but it's still not high paying. And I do sometimes still struggle to invest $100 into that. But what I do is I use the 500, which is a buy sell, and hopefully you really want to be buying most of the time, and then also $1,000 for the auto invest orders. So a big trick is that auto invest orders can be changed every week. I change them every week depending what I'm buying just to maximize that, and that's a massive trick that probably most people know, but every time I talk to someone they don't really understand that. So just letting you know that that's what I do. And you can use pre-selected auto invest orders and then just hit active or pause for control. So I have a couple lined up, and then some weeks I want to invest in something like my ETFs. Other weeks I'm going to still buy a little bit of ETFs, but I want to buy some individual companies because they've gone down as well. So then I just hit active because it would have been on pause and buy that for that week, and just remember again to put that back onto pause. And usually with those ones, just so that I am forgetful, I have them on monthly settings, so then it gives me plenty of time to just kind of pause it again. So looking at the fees breakdown and how this actually works for me. So without a plan, investing $1,000, you'll have to pay 1.9% transaction fees, which is capped per $5 US per transaction. So just an example, if you do 2 transactions and you do $500 that you put in each time, times 2 in 1 month, therefore you'll be charged $10 in fees, which is very expensive. So with the $3 plan, as I was saying, you can do up to as many transactions as you want, adding up to $500 in buy sell, and also invest up to $1,000. Again, as many transactions up to that amount. So it's not one of this 1.9% and capped at $5 per transaction. Therefore, for the $3 plan, if you invested $500 only, then it works out to be 0.6%. And if you invested $1,000 for the $3 plan, it's 0.3%. And then also $1,500, which is obviously the best. This is why I was saying that it's best to put more money in with these plans. Then you're only paying 0.2%, which is really cheap. So going into Sharesies, what does this look like? Let's just say I'm buying some of Lowe's, which is my highest performance one. I see it's kind of haven't been buying in a little while and it had this big run up. Anyway, you just click buy. Go to here, you have to do market value, or you can do limit buy and whole shares, but what I'm just going to do is just buy market value, right? Go in there, type in your amount, which is, so I'm just going to buy $50 worth, hit review, it'll go, okay, it's just telling me that it's off. And then, so it says here the fees, because I've got the $3 plan, it's going to be 0 fees. And it's just saying that, it's going to pay a dividend. But yeah, my $3 plan is active. So when you place a buy, it'll just deduct it from that amount. And then you just hit buy if you're continuing to do this. Okay. So the fees are covered in that. Now if we go to settings, pricing plan, you can see here if I was to buy $50 worth, then it would just go up to $300. Oh no, 280, or I can't remember if it was in US dollars or not. Otherwise it'll go up accordingly, right? Right, to have a look at the auto invest, what you do is you go to explore, and by the way, this is on a computer, not on a phone, mobile phone, so it may look a little bit different. As you scroll down, you'll see auto invest, and you just click that. So in here, I've already got my one set up, and you can see two things. One, my ETFs, which is an auto $100 every week, and also I have, it says $50 companies, and I'm only putting in $40, which doesn't really make sense. But anyway, you can see that I've got that paused at the moment. So for example, if I want to continue this through, what I would do is click on that, and it says I've only got Google, right? So what you would do is you would hit, can you hit there? No, you just go to manage. It's currently paused. Hit manage 100%, then go edit. You can unpause it, but I want to edit. And say for example, look, I'm wanting to buy Google. It's 100%. Let's add something else just to show in there, right? Let's say I'm trying to buy. I've got Microsoft. Let's add it in there. So I want to do 100%. Let's do 80% and then 20%. So that's got to add up to 100. Once it's add up to 100, I don't know if you can see that. Yep, you can. Hit next, and then it goes how much and when. So I want to invest, yep, $40 every month. Yep, we want to keep it every month because I'm going to pause this next week. Going into there, I want to go to this month. So as soon as the market opens, I'm probably just going to do it on Tuesday, right? That's a lot easier because the market will be open on Tuesday, and then hit next. Yep, okay, just hit next on that. So it's saying, yes, that's done. It'll use my $3 plan, all good. Hit confirm. So now that's done. Auto invest. Okay, so let's just pretend it's gone a week ahead. So what's probably happened is that this date here, since we're resting every month, will probably go into November, and it will still say it's active. Now what you can do is just then go to manage, and then hit manage there and just pause it. And what it'll do is you've done your $50 buy, and then it just pauses the plan, and then you can go on to invest something else and really maximize your $1,000 that is auto invest. So let's just talk about what are the negatives for this. And the negatives is the buy sell has a cap, e.g. the $3 plan, it's only $500 to buy or to sell. So if you want to sell something, then you have to do it over a consecutive amount of months if you want to stay in the same plan. There is a $7 plan, which is a lot more, which you can jump into if that's what you want to do, but you're really capped by this. Otherwise, it's quite expensive if you just have to use the 1.9% transaction fee. The auto invest cap is only really for buying, it's not for selling as well, and you can only do market orders. So that's another big negative there. And the big thing is that they are going to make their money on you when it's time to sell. So when you built up this big lot of money, instead of something like Hatch Invest, where you just pay $3 and you can sell the whole thing, whatever, like 5K at a time, or a big amount, then it's only that one-time transaction fee. But with Sharesies, you have to really sell it over time and stay within these limits, otherwise you're going to be paying big money. Again, just stating, if you had $200,000 in this, the fees are really going to start to mount up, and Sharesies doesn't really make this obvious. This is why other brokers are simply better if you're serious about investing over the long term. Sharesies is just for beginners, and it's okay to pay high fees for a different purpose. Like me, I'm doing it for dividend investing and mainly just learning. If I was to grow such a big account, then I'd probably move it into interactive brokers. But at the moment, I'm happy to use Sharesies. A lot of people use Sharesies, and it's easier for me to show. So to summarize, the best plan is understanding how much you're actually going to invest every month. Here I show you that the $3 plan is the right choice for me. Don't forget to use the auto invest feature to really maximize those savings. If you have any questions for me, feel free to drop them down below in the comment section, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Also, have a look at my referral links down below. The trading platform I use is Interactive Brokers, Hatch Invest, Stake, and Sharesies for individual companies, and I use Investnow for index funds. If you want to start investing, you can use any of my referral codes down below to start your own investing journey if you are from New Zealand. Thank you for watching. Hit like and subscribe if you're interested in content like this from someone in New Zealand. If you want to hear more from me, I also post on Instagram every other day, just what I'm doing in the market, what the market's doing, and major news. And if you want to see my total stock market investing video of over $121,000, click this video here. Thank you for watching, and see you on the next one. Goodbye.